JBI has just released a position statement about rapid reviews. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yes, I can. It'll be my pleasure to. So for a long time, we've seen the emergence of rapid reviews, particularly in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And at JBI, we haven't had an official position on what rapid reviews are or what they should be. So I'm very glad to say in the upcoming issue of JBI Evidence Synthesis, we now have an official position statement on rapid reviews.
So why is this emergence of rapid reviews coming about? I know COVID-19, but what are rapid reviews and what makes them so good in situations like COVID-19?
Yeah, so rapid reviews they've been around for a while, but COVID-19 has obviously exacerbated research in general and some of the issues in research, and rapid reviews are the same. So rapid reviews have been around for maybe 10 or 15 years, and essentially they're a response to really just the length of time that traditional systematic reviews take to do. We know that traditional systematic reviews, on average, they take about 16 or so months to actually finish from protocol through to publication. And this is a long time. If you're funding a systematic review or you're doing a guideline, you want your answers pretty quick. So people have developed rapid approaches to evidence synthesis as a response to this, basically to get more timely evidence to people who need it.
So why shouldn't we encourage every reviewer to do a rapid review?
Well, this is one of the issues, and this is something we discuss in our position statement as well. Rapid reviews have been defined in many different ways, and people use various approaches to rapid reviews. There's no one-size-fits-all methodology for rapid reviews. And this can be a little bit of a problem because essentially what rapid reviews are, they are characterised by either the omission, abbreviation or simplification of the traditional steps in a systematic review. And we aren't sure what the impact is on actually taking these shortcuts in a systematic review and how it actually impacts on the rigor or the trustworthiness of the results of a systematic review. So although they're useful in terms of getting more timely answers, we don't know yet if they're actually trustworthy or as trustworthy as systematic reviews.
So what is JBI's position then on a review type like rapid reviews?
Well, we're all for getting evidence done faster so that we can provide these timely responses, especially when the need is urgent, such as the current pandemic. But we also don't want people to, ignore the 10, 20, 30 years of good development in evidence synthesis methodology where we have developed these rigorous techniques because we know we want to provide people with not just quick evidence, but good high quality evidence. So this is a challenge. How can we balance this need for timely evidence, but also making sure it's still of good quality? And at JBI, I guess we would advocate for caution in terms of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Yes, we want to have good timely evidence, but we don't just want to ignore 20 or 30 years of methodological advances in systematic reviews and then actually be giving people, giving funders, giving groups answers which aren't as reliable or trustworthy as what we would get with systematic reviews.
So Zach, JBI advocate caution with the use of rapid reviews. Is that what we're getting at with this paper?
I think that's a good summary of it. So yes, we definitely see the need to try to answer questions quickly by using rapid methods, but we still don't want to take too many shortcuts and still don't want to deviate too much from the systematic review process, a tried and tested systematic review process. So we definitely see the need to do reviews quicker. It would be good if we could work more together as an international community to do them smarter as well. And there's a few ways where we can do systematic reviews better without compromising quality. So still fast reviews, still rapid reviews and rapid answers, but without taking any shortcuts. And there's some emerging tools and techniques such as automation and evidence synthesis, which can help us do that. Perhaps through collaboration and sharing, so we're not duplicating work of others, we'll also be able to get answers quicker. So we would advocate for these methods to try to do these reviews quicker without compromising on quality, with a caveat also, of course, that we know sometimes this is not the case. You just, to get that urgent answer quickly, sometimes you will perhaps need to
some steps.
Okay, so you've talked about shortcuts, stepping steps. Can you just go into a bit more detail about what that could actually mean?
Yeah, I could. And getting back to what I mentioned earlier, there is no uniform guidance for a rapid review. So people abbreviate or omit different steps depending on the needs of perhaps the funders or the policymakers. But for example, some of the steps or procedures that could be omitted include having 2 independent reviewers, perhaps conduct risk of bias or critical appraisal, or having multiple people involved in the selection and screening. Perhaps they won't use a formal synthesis, like a meta-analysis, to summarise or synthesise all their data. They may not develop as concrete protocols for their work. They may not have as exhaustive search strategies, so they may only search 1 or 2 databases. They may limit their studies to English only, for example. So there is no real clear way to do these shortcuts. People pick and choose what they do. And once again, this is one of the issues, that we don't have a uniform approach and we don't know the actual impact of skipping all of those steps, or even some of those steps in combination with other steps, and the actual impact on the eventual quality. And this is an area where we actually need more research, more methodological research, which we advocate for in this article as well.
That's my next question. What future work do we need to do in this area of rapid reviews to become more clear or have some sort of consensus? What do we need to do as a community?
Yes. That's great. Well, I think these official position statements can really help solve some of the clarity and confusion in the field. They can help justify why you should be doing a rapid review, and perhaps in the situations where it might be appropriate to take some of these shortcuts. But we need more research. We need more research on the impact of actually taking these shortcuts on the quality of the eventual results as compared to systematic reviews. And we do call for that in this paper. But also, before I forget, we also need better investment in developing tools and techniques for evidence synthesis as well, so we can do it faster. And this is all about creating systems which will allow us to access that evidence faster as well, like pre-appraised or pre-synthesized evidence that we can perhaps reuse in systematic reviews too. So there's lots of different ways, once again, how we might be able to do quicker evidence syntheses without compromising quality.
So can you just give me a couple of sentences on the overview of the paper, and then maybe a couple more sentences on why people should read it?
Okay, all right. Let's see if I can sum up. So in this paper, the JBI collaboration and lots of interested evidence synthesizers got together to try to clarify, well, what is JBI's position on rapid reviews? We eventually said that, or defined rapid reviews as reviews that are characterised by the omission, abbreviation or simplification of the traditional steps in a systematic review process. We talked about the different scenarios for when you would do a rapid review and the different types of rapid review products as well that people may select to actually carry out to answer a particular question. But we also do advocate for caution when conducting these reviews. And really, really importantly, if you do a rapid review, and acknowledging that sometimes they are the best design choice to answer your question, if you do a rapid review, always transparently report every single step you took or didn't take, or so the steps that you abbreviated or simplified.